Hi world, I'm Andre Young, founder of Men and Women, and I welcome you to come evolve with us with the Men and Women vlog. This month, I would like to talk to you about parenting, specifically disciplining our children. Such a big concept in disciplining our children in so many pieces. I was at the store the other day and I need to share this story with the world because it really had an impact on me. There was what I'm assuming a mother at the store, two children in a double stroller, so front and back. The child in the back started kicking the seat of the child in the front, kicking her back. The little girl up front complained, "Ow, mommy, ow, ow, stop, that hurts, stop, that hurts," like kicking. Her mom then turned around, looked at the young boy in the back that was kicking and said, "Stop doing that." The boy continued to do it 3 more times, kicking his sister. The sister continued to complain, and the mom turned around and was frustrated and said, "He won't listen to me. Just deal with it. We'll be out of here soon." At that moment, I was floored. I didn't know what to should. Do I say something? Do I not say something? But I was impacted at that moment. And it really just made me thought. I was a therapist for 15 years, and I've done group, individual, marital, family, inpatient, outpatient, working with teenagers, working with parents, working with adults, and I've seen the impact that that type of thing can have over time. World, if we cannot control our children when they're this big, there is no way that we're going to be able to control them when they're this big. What did that little girl hear when her mom said, "Just deal with it, we'll be out of here soon"? What did that little boy hear when he said, "He won't listen to me, just deal with it"? All of her power was taken away. Now, as a parent, I have 3 children. I know what it's like to be stressed. Whether you're a parent, if you're a single parent, hats off to you. I was a single parent for 3 years. Literally the hardest job in the world. Sometimes being a parent in a double household can still feel like a single parent, because with the work schedules, the kids' schedules, you are still doing so much of a portion of a job by yourself that frustration allows us to say things like, "Just deal with it," or "not right now." Or we behave impulsively, and whether you believe in spanking or corporal punishment or timeouts, whatever it is, sometimes our discipline as parents comes impulsively. And that can be very dangerous, because when we discipline our children, are we doing it for them or are we doing it for us? And typically, if we're doing it for us, that's not the best way, and over time, that has a negative impact on our kids, their relationships with us and such. The difference, if we're doing it for them because you want them and you need them to learn a lesson and why that is wrong and what that's going to do for them in the future, then that's effective discipline. If you're doing it for you because it's anger and impulsive and you hit or you strike and you send people away or whatever it is and how you discipline, then that is not as effective. So I want to share with you what I came up with for our discipline. It's called RECAP, RECAP. The R for your discipline strategy. The R, is your consequence that you are giving out reasonable? Meaning, does the punishment fit the crime? If you steal a pack of gum, should you get 30 years? And sometimes as parents, because we're operating off of irritation and impulse, is the punishment fitting the crime? Is it reasonable? 2, is it enforceable? Can you as a parent literally enforce this consequence? Physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Quick example. If you ground your child for a month, 1, can they do that given whatever needs and lifestyle that child has? But more importantly, can you do that knowing how your child is, how you are, what your limitations are, them being in the house all the time, not having access to all of the things that you may have taken away. Can you really do a month and hold to it? Or is another amount of time more suitable and immediate? That answer is going to be different for everyone. But is it enforceable? The C needs to be consistent. Guys, kids are very, very smart. We don't give them credit for how smart they actually are. They know the rules. They know what you said you were going to do. And they also know when you don't follow through with what you said you're going to do. So every time when this child does this, is the consequence going to be given consistently? And that's between you as a single parent, that's between two parents living in the same home, and very importantly, if it's a blended family situation where there's two or more homes, are they consistent between households? So is it consistent? The A, acting immediately. Consequences should be given out as immediate as possible. Your life is busy. Their life is busy. If the consequence is not given out immediately, it kind of gets washed away with the flow of the day, the week, the month, and all the other things that you have to do. Especially if your kids are young, the way their mind works, punishing them after a longer period of time, that act is done to them. It's just not done for you. So acting as immediate as possible. If in the store, in that example of the store, perhaps dealing with that situation with that small child right then and there, or taking that child to a different place in the store to have a conversation, whatever it was, immediacy, immediacy, immediacy. The P, and this is one that probably gets neglected the most. It's the post follow-up. No matter your style of discipline, no one of us as parents, I mean, I'm a parent, we don't want to have to discipline our kids. It would be so great if they did everything they were supposed to do and we didn't have to do that. And that whole thing, it hurts me more than it hurts you, I now get that. Some kids, and I used to work in a school for a long time, and they used to say, well, you just want to get me in trouble. Well, that's what I did. As parents, we just wake up wanting to get our kids or our students in trouble. It doesn't work that way. Maybe for a small fraction, but it doesn't work that way. So after consequencing your child, no matter how you have done this, following up with them is so important. Sitting down and actively saying with intent, hey, I don't want to have to do that. Asking them why. Why did I give you this consequence? That answer sometimes will blow your mind. One, because sometimes they don't know. Hey, why are you in timeout? Or why did you have to get grounded? Or why whatever the consequence was. And they can look you straight in your face and say, I don't know. And we're shocked as adults that they don't know. Sometimes a child will give you an answer and is so far off of what you were thinking that it allows now a conversation and some more understanding. Consequence doesn't go away, but now you understand your child and they can understand you a little bit better. And sometimes they hit the nail right on the head. In that follow-up, okay, I didn't want to do that. Why did I do that? And then where are we going to go from here? What's your plan? Because they are in control with these things. What is your plan so this doesn't happen again? This is what I can do for you with that plan. Ending it with, I love you. And then whatever that consequence was, if it hasn't been fully served out, they need to finish it. Just because you've hugged and made up doesn't mean the consequence should end if the consequence hasn't ended already. So that's recap. Is it reasonable? Is it enforceable? Is it consistent? Did you act immediately? And did you have a planned follow-up? So thank you so much for tuning in. We'd love to hear your feedback on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/Men Evolving Now. and at our Twitter page, twitter.com/Dre Men and Women. That's DRE Men and Women. If you like this, we have so much more for you with Men and Women at youevolvingnow.com. That's YOU evolvingnow.com. That's our personal growth website where you can get our thought of the week, our monthly vlogs, our blogs, our life enrichment videos, and access to our Men Evolving Now Social Club and Women Evolving Now Social Club, and so much more. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you soon.